floor, down deep we wander. Louder we sing, no there is no cure in this together. I don't wanna tell you that it's not real. Nothing is a fairy tale. Everything about you is so unreal. It won't be pretty when it ends. Now how could I leave with your sweet love on me? Yeah, yeah. Something about you always makes it harder. When you got my lipstick on your white shirt collar. Till the rest go home, now I only see you. Hearts and letters carved into the shore. We'll never grow old. I don't wanna tell you that it's not real. Nothing is a fairy tale. But everything about you is so unreal. It won't be pretty when it ends. Now how could I leave with your sweet love on me? Yeah, yeah. Something about you always makes it harder. When you got my lipstick on your white shirt collar. When we should stop, we go further. Didn't even notice that it rained all summer. When we should stop, we go further. Didn't even notice that. Now how could I leave with your sweet love on me? Yeah, yeah. Something about you always makes it harder. My lipstick on your white shirt collar.
Hello again everyone, and welcome to another week of us having a chat about what's been going on in Star Citizen, and just having a little explore around the verse, having a play. So I'm sure plenty of you have seen the controversy that's happened in the last week. Plenty been going on in and around the verse. And yeah, just pop by, say hello, and let's go and have an explore, have a play around in the universe. So we will have a quick chat about some of the things that have happened, some of the controversy surrounding CitizenCon, which I'm sure you will have all heard at least once by now. Just in case you didn't hear. So initially, CIG had essentially planned to charge for digital tickets to be able to stream. And yeah, the community didn't take that very well. Hey Alex, nice to see you. And yeah, so the community were not best impressed at this having to pay for digital streaming tickets. Chris Roberts attempted to explain what had been going on, and essentially he had the idea that Blizzard make this happen for BlizzCon, so CIG should do it. And essentially the community disagreed. He wanted to use the money to make bigger, better streaming and have an external streaming company come out and do all of the stuff for them in a really high quality. But yeah, the community were not interested. So he backpedaled essentially in the last couple of days and said, okay, we're going to scrap that plan, not going to do that anymore. We'll stream all of the events for free for everyone, which is nice. So if you guys were intending to watch the streams, that will be possible, and I know I will be for sure. Oh, we stopped at here last time, so don't know if any of you guys, not so much the price but the delivery. Let's just first test the water rather than just announcing it suddenly. Yeah, it would have been much nicer to have some community input here. So it wouldn't be the first time CIG have asked us for help, basically, and put the idea to us. They can do this one thing, but it will cost us X. And it would have been nice for them to ask, rather than just sort of forcing it on us. And we're a friendly enough bunch. They could ask our opinions. We don't bite until they do something silly, and then we have to tell them off. But yeah, so it is a shame. I see why they wanted the money, but it's not really something that the community want to support, which I can understand. Whereabouts am I? Oh, I know where I am. But yeah, I mean, either way, I'll still be watching the whole event. I don't know if you guys will be. I'll probably take a couple of days off to watch it and just hang around. Let's have a look. What should we fetch? Ooh, I kind of want the caterpillar, but I don't think I can have one because of how small the landing pads are here. So for those of you who checked in last time, since the last episode, the free fly has ended, so my free fly ships got taken away, and I also replaced my Drake Vulture with a Crusader Mercury. So I have lost the Prospector in favour of this Drake Herald and this Misk Freelancer. So the Herald isn't very useful for anything, so let's get the Freelancer, pop over somewhere, grab the Caterpillar, and go. Yeah, the Caterpillar's far too big for this place. Hangar 1. Okay, let's do that. Yeah, so I was planning on watching the whole live stream event. I don't know if you guys have seen, you can do what's called a YouTube premiere, where you can sort of watch and comment and do things like that at the same time. Might do that. Might rehost the stream. CIG have said they're okay with this. Or I might just watch it from CIG. Haven't decided yet. Herald is fast. I haven't used the Herald yet, actually, so I'm not in, I didn't... Oh. Hangar 1, please. Yeah, I wasn't sure how it was. Might have to check it out. I like the Caterpillar for going and doing huge trade runs, but that said, I don't think I've got a ton of cash. Not too bad. Might go and pick up some Widow. Probably get shot down trying to get down there, but we'll give it a go. So, what do you guys think? Are you gonna check out CitizenCon? Are you gonna be involved and watch what happens, or are you just going to wait for the summaries afterwards? Yeah, the Caterpillar's not very nice to fly, but it is huge and it has plenty of cargo capacity. It was my first big ship in the game, and yeah, I really like it. It's a personal favourite, even if it's not great to... Come on, ladder. Hello, anytime. Yeah, it's not the best experience, but I do enjoy it. There we go. They do make these a bit of a nightmare to get into sometimes. Alright, so I've never actually been in a Freelancer either. These are pretty cool, like this. Looks like I'm assuming the Freelancer is supposed to be a cargo ship, because it definitely looks like one. probably just take the freelancer out, to be honest. Okay, let's go. Watch live at work, not check the time it's on in the UK. So, I don't know off the top of my head, but I feel like the event is in an evening. I feel like this said the event is at 4 o'clock? Something like 4 PM till 9 PM, something like that. Whoa, whoa, what's going on with the mouse? Ooh. This FPS isn't great either. I don't know what server this is, but also they haven't opened the landing bay doors. So I'm not getting out until they let me. Yeah, so I'm not entirely sure what time it's on, but I feel like it is later in the day. Though I suppose we will find out. Do I have to call landing services? I don't remember. Let's call them anyway and find out. There they are. But yeah, hopefully, yeah, there we go. I mean, yeah, there'll be summaries online, but I think I'd rather watch it live and experience it for myself, see how it goes. I think it'll be entertaining, to say the least. But I suppose only time will tell. I'm probably going to buy the digital goodies pack as well. I don't know how many people are going to be interested in that, but I like the idea of having the exclusive jacket and similar things. So, I don't know if they've announced everything that they're going to give away as part of the digital gear yet. And it's a shame that we can't get the physical gear, but I'll probably buy a t-shirt or something anyway, just in case. Do you believe, Jared, that they've not started to work on the Carrack? That's kind of... it's an interesting one. I feel like even if they had started work, they wouldn't tell us. Jared did say they were going to get to work on it soon-ish. Though I could believe that they haven't started it yet, given that a lot of the things that it's targeted at aren't ready yet. So there are game systems missing that the Carrack slots into. So I could maybe see it happening, but I wouldn't bet on it. But then who knows? I think Jared would just troll us because he thought it was funny. I think he'd just not tell us just because, yeah, that'd be great. But time will tell. We've got a month and 10 days, month and 9 days till the event, so we'll soon find out. I know CIG always have surprises at CitizenCon, and they've been very tight-lipped this time around, so I wouldn't be surprised at all to find that there's a whole bunch of hidden things in there. But I suppose we won't know until they actually release them, until they actually tell us what's going on. Alright, so if I'm going to go and get Widow... Oh, soon we'll be able to quantum here. But that soon is not today. In a month and a little bit. Right, where am I thinking? Where is Widow? Widow is on yellow? Yeah, it is on yellow. It's been a while since I've done trading. I've been doing mining recently with my prospector, but the prospector's gone now, so... so let's go and purchase some Widow. Oh, that's the landing gear button. And let's go. Off, back over to yellow. Go and mine a whole ton of Widow. Not mine it, sorry, purchase it. It'll be interesting when they let us get out of our seats while we're quantum travelling, because I don't think that's something we can... maybe we can. Oh, so we can. But yeah, so they're going to add a bunch of stuff to do while we're in that seat, and while we're not flying the ship. Right, so let's try and remember where we need to be. So, if I remember rightly, we need to line ourselves up with one of the orbital markers. Possibly 3? Well, we don't need that anymore. Wrong button again. So, let's have a look. Let's head... Oh. We got a broken mobi-glass. There we go. Game's very slow today. I don't know what's going on. It's not normally this bad. I'll tell you what, we'll head to Grimhex. Shall we head to Grimhex actually? What have we got on yellow? Anything you guys want me to do in particular? I can't see the orbital markers from here. That's my big issue, because I can't fly to them if I can't see them. And it has still tagged yellow as my destination, despite it not being, so let's remove that. Maybe they'll appear now. Nope. Clearing the destination did not fix the problem. Does it ever in Star Citizen, to be honest? Let's go to the research outpost. If we can grab it. I'll tell you what, let's just go back and pick up the caterpillar, because maybe then the UI will be less broken. To be fair, will the UI ever be less broken? The answer is probably not. Port Olisar. Let's go. So what are you hoping for from CitizenCon? Are you going to be attending? Are you just going to watch? I know Alex said he's going to just watch from home, which I can completely understand. This game is not going to let me quantum travel over there, because the game is just terrible. B to pick up orbital markers. They are not appearing with B, so let's try clearing the destination again. There. And then B. Nope, B is spooling the quantum drive, but it's not showing the orbital markers. Oh well, we'll head over here anyway and go and grab something else. If it'll let us, that is, this time. Almost there. There we go. Ugh, every time. You spool and then it disappears when you try to get there. There we go. Yeah, I'm going to go and get the caterpillar anyway. I do like the caterpillar. Even if it does take a little bit of a while, but we've got time. And let's go drop this down. Oh, is it done? There we go. Right, let's call in and see if they'll give us some space to land. Be a little bit sad if not. I wonder if Olisar ever rejects anyone, other than just for pads being ooh, that wasn't good. If I start shooting at them, they'll definitely reject me.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
There's my landing bay. nice one on the side. Fairly busy around here today. I wonder if someone's organised an event. Looks to be a fair few people around, so I do wonder if there's something going on. Slowly does it. I've crashed into the front of Olisar far too many times. Got to be slow and steady this time. There we go. I don't know why it insists on returning to that position all the time. There we go. Are we settled? I think so. I'll just turn the engine off and it'll be fine. It's not going to crash and explode this time, so that will be fine. Oh, well, it would be if I could find the power button and stop drifting through space. What's even going on? Just go flat. There we go. Just stay like that, then we'll be dandy.
Have a pleasant stay.
There we go. There's the power switch. And out we go. Try and get the correct marker, correct inner thought button. Right, and away we go. The inner thought system's getting a lot better, to be honest. It's been on and off, but it's getting there. Seen some pretty broken inner thought over the last however many releases. But then again, we didn't even have it pre 3.0 or whenever it was, so I remember it was like F or something to interact. Oh, door, come on. There we go. To be honest, with this 13 FPS, I might switch server while we're here. Yeah, let's do that, because this is abysmal. Sad server time, so let's get something a bit better. Hopefully, either that or it'll just put us back in the same server. But let's hope that it gives us something good. Something that's more than 12 FPS, because that's pretty terrible. But come on, hopefully, hurry up. It will eventually let me know. Oh, strange UI bugs. Right, let's go. Round 2. Attempt the second. Hopefully things pick up this time. Get a decent FPS. But I suppose we shall find out. Could be worse. We could have good old 2.6 FPS. Where we just get nothing. Just get a fancy slideshow. Or in this case, 0.4 FPS apparently. Yeah, so taking its sweet time, but it will come back. I believe. I say that, I shouldn't really. It does. It's taking a really long time. I suppose it always does. You'll probably watch the memory filling up. Okay. 12 FPS still is not great. I mean, having OBS running doesn't help, but there's not a lot I can do about that. I don't think there's anything else that I can do. So, yep, that is what it is. Oh, 20. 20 in Olisar is pretty good, actually. So, hopefully when we get out, it won't be quite as terrible. But I'm hoping that 3.3 has a few more fixes for the Caterpillar. It's pretty much fine, but there's some things I'd like to change. There we go. This massive cargo hauler. I can't wait for them to add the modules so that we can swap things out and have a play with them. B0, cool. So they've obviously been talking about in the original what do they call it? Pamphlet? Owner's guide for the ship. It talks about how you can swap out the 4 components for different ones. So rather than just having cargo storage modules, you could have a hospital, or you could have some kind of, I don't know, missile storage, maybe even a hangar module, or some repair facility, fuel tanks, all sorts of different stuff. You could even have habitation and turn it into a big, fairly low budget, but still big, flying hotel. So I'd quite like that to happen, because I really do like the ship. I don't have the pirate skin, but nonetheless, I think it looks fantastic. And I remember when the days when it used to just barely fit on this landing pad, and now they've made the landing pad so big that for the reclaimer that it just looks tiny. But I'm fine with that. So I think this is the open button. It's had a few tweaks already to fix the broken doors and things. But one of the things, actually, while we're here, so if you look in the brochure, these 4 or 5 modules on the side, when you press this button, these fold out, but the bottom one there is supposed to raise all the way down to the ground level, as is the one on the front, but it doesn't, as you can tell, obviously. And I don't know whether they did that on purpose, or whether it's something that they have decided to change, or whether what the plans are on that. So if anyone works for CIG and is watching and you can tell me, I'd love to know. Someone did ask it in a thread on Spectrum, but no one replied as far as I'm aware. I think someone put it in the bug tracker as well, but again, it just didn't get enough upvotes. Nice new Caterpillar. These screens will work one day. Engineering station. And yeah, even this. You know, even in this ship we've got this server storage, so we've got a reasonable number of computers. So it might not be a data hauler ship, but we could probably do some data transport. I don't know for certain, but what was that? Oh, I can turn the screen on. That's a bit odd to be able to do from stood up, but okay. Right, let's go. Hopefully this server isn't full of pirates just waiting to blow me up, because this is not much of a fighter. But we'll find out. Right, let's go. So, over to Yella. There it is. I'm very ready for the day when I can go, right, let's head to Hurston. And just pop over, spend the... I don't know actually, that's a good question. I wonder how long CIG will make it take to get to Hurston. Because the, you know, we're expecting it to take a while. It's not supposed to be a quick thing by any measure. But they haven't told us exactly how long it's going to take, especially in the beta. Or alpha even, so who knows. Either way, I'm sure they'll show it off at CitizenCon, so we'll find out. But right, so let's find those orbital markers. Rick tells me I have to press B if they don't appear magically by themselves, which it appears they did not, so that was a B, but it might have detargeted yellow as my destination. Oh no, there they go. Well, thank you very much, Rick. You are much better at this than I am. I swear they change these key bindings literally all the time. I can never keep track of what goes where and what I'm supposed to press. Oh, well. Oh, okay. That's better. And let's head over here. So, for those of you who haven't been to Jump Town before, you jump over to OM6 and then you try not to spin out of control. So let's face back at the planet, and then you have to find one of the other orbital markers. Now, if I remember correctly, it's OM4. So let's find it. Oh, there's someone else down there, look. I wonder if he's got the same thing in mind. Right, there's 2. Maybe that one's 4. Looks like it could be. Nope, that's Grimhex. That would make more sense, being in the asteroid belt. There's 4. So we align with it. Point straight down below it. And there's like a ridge here that we have to point at. We're essentially going there. So we're just going to full steam ahead at that, which can take a little bit of a while in the ship, but you know, we'll get there. Marker 4, nice. Nice to know I'm not forgetting things. But yeah, so let's head this way and go and load up this massive cargo ship with a ton of drugs, hopefully. So last time I checked this, you weren't able to get out of the ship and keep going in the same direction you'd pointed it. I would assume that that is the same now. So I will just have to sit here.
Make sure we're not bothered while we're working.
Ooh, I wonder who that is. I can't... We did see that guy before, but I can't see him now. I don't think he shows up on my comms screen. That's my friends. I don't actually know if I've got the comms screen open. Okay, let's have a look. Menu. This doesn't have the radar anymore, maybe? Oh yeah, it does, it's there. No, it doesn't, that's not the radar. Also, the zoom thing is broken. Again. Oh well. Window is only one limit. Ooh, that's interesting. I wonder how much we'll be able to pick up. At one point I was hauling an entire caterpillar's worth. I know at one point, I don't actually remember whether it was 3.1 or 3.2, they limited the sale of it, so you could only sell so much at any given place and actually turn a profit, but we'll go find out how much we can take. Yeah, that is a shame, but I suppose you'll have more of that kind of gameplay in the future. So hopefully, once they implement Hurston and so on, they will have some kind of like interplanetary system hauling that we can do, which is what I'm quite excited for. Although by excited I mean I'll be sitting in this spaceship doing quantum travel for 45 minutes between systems. But if it has a huge profit and chances to be interdicted and bring some friends with me, it could be quite good fun actually. But I can hopefully hire some private security forces to come and protect me as we make our way through. I was thinking I could have some dudes in the sides here. One of my friends has been trying to figure out what he can fit inside. So what he'll do is he will, I'll open these up, which I think I can still do while it is in full speed. Yeah, open exterior. So yeah, he will stick a ship in here and see how big of a ship he can fit inside. And then if we get contacted, we just pop the sides open and he flies out and we deal with the guys. It's quite good fun. Or if we get interdicted. Although that being said, they haven't yet introduced the atmosphere mechanics. So if we do open up the sides, it maintains atmosphere inside, which is a bit odd. I suppose in the final game, or a bit further down the line, if he did that when I open the doors, it would create a vacuum and be sucked out. So maybe we won't be able to do that forever. But I'd expect them to build some kind of hangar module to replace at least one of these, maybe two. Being able to drop a couple of... I don't even know, actually. Drop a couple of Hornets out or something like that would be quite cool. Just have them fire out the side. He can't stick on the top either. I don't know what's going to go in here. Probably put some Cyclones or something in. It'd be interesting to see if we could plant a really heavy gun inside. Have some kind of ground-based, maybe anti-aircraft missile ship or something similar, and have it just sit in there, just in case we have issues, and I can just pop that open, point out the side. Could probably turn this into quite a good defense/destruction ship. I think that would be really cool. But we'll see how much flexibility CIG give us. Now, I'm curious to test if I can get out of the seat and continue going at the same speed. This hasn't worked for me before, but it's worth a try. Alright, everything closed? Oh, just the under ramp. There we go. Right, let's have a look. Have they yet allowed you to do this? That sounds like we're slowing down, to be honest. Yep, we are slowing down. Okay, so the answer is no. That's a shame, because it would have been more interesting to go exploring through. I also need to align myself a little bit better. I'm missing the marker a little bit. Oh, coming into atmosphere as well. Always fun on a ship this size, but hopefully all goes well. Hopefully, the number of times that I've crashed this ship into this planet is just beyond funny. So I'm going to try and not do that again. But we'll find out, eh? And I'm going to try and come down a little bit so I drop into atmosphere without crashing, because that would be really sad. But I guess we'll find out. Right, that looks like I'm in atmosphere, so let's head back over to here. We're almost there now. We're reasonably not far. I wonder if we're going to get attacked by some hidden pirates. Wouldn't be the first time. But yeah, what about you guys? What are you excited for in 3.3? What have you been what are you looking forward to the most? Or beyond 3.3 actually, just generally in Star Citizen. What are you hoping to play? What are you hoping to do? I think I said in the last stream, but I'm probably most looking forward to just dropping land claims everywhere and building bases. I want to build space bases. I think it's going to be awesome. But yeah, let me know, what do you guys want to do? What is your ambitions in the verse? Are you traders, pirates, thieves, or otherwise? Do you want to be legit? Do you want to steal things and pillage and plunder? Do you want to be an upstanding member of the UEE or an enemy of the state? The Hammerhead, yeah, the Hammerhead's going to be good fun, to be honest. It'll be interesting to see what people do with it. Whether they have positive intentions or negative ones. But I think I can probably guess for the most part. There seems to be lots of very big pirate fans in this game. But never mind, the rest of us can hire private security forces, NPC or player. Oh, we might overshoot this. By which I mean we're almost certainly going to overshoot this, but we'll try. Yep, I think we've already gone past it. There it is. Oh, is that a client crash? Please don't be. I have no idea. That looks like a complete and utter client crash, to be honest. Yep, it's gone. Okay, well, that was fun. Let's try again. That's a great way to start a stream. We're what, 40 minutes in before I crash? Oh well, I've had worse. That's the caterpillar gone. Let's go and take something else out and have a play. Let's see if we've got any fighter ships. I could go down to, what's it called? The refueling station. I can't remember its name for the life of me now. But I know that lots of people like to hang out there and be generally malicious. So let's see. Let's see if we've got any pirates hanging around ready to blow people up. Or I could take the Herald and have an explore because I haven't used it yet. Ooh, let's see if it recovers nicely. I've had this work for me once out of the 5 times that I've crashed. And having pressed accept the recovery, it seems to have done nothing. I mean, I can't blame them. Doesn't always work perfectly, does it? But nope, that looks to maybe be dead. There's no real way to tell, is there? It'd be nice if CIG could say. Part of a triggered level load, so it looks like it tried. Connected, spawned. Nope. Maybe not. I don't really know what I'm doing. Yeah, Cryastro, that is what I was thinking of. Lots of dudes like to hang around in there, and I'll go and try and refuel my ship and they'll just blow me to pieces. So we'll go and see if anyone is being particularly naughty today and deal with them, maybe. Say that I'm not terribly good at combat, but it's worth a try. You can all laugh at me as I do horrendously at dogfighting. I don't know if you guys are any good. You crashed as well, yeah. It's a shame. It does happen. We acknowledge that this game is still in very early alpha. So hopefully we start to see some more stability in the next patch. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that object container streaming does make its way in and does make a reasonable difference. But there's no real way to tell, so it's all on CIG now to tell us whether things go well or whether we're all in trouble, whether we all have to wait. But yeah, they're obviously working really hard on that, and yeah, object container streaming would be good. The server meshing would be really good as well, because then we can have one single universe with tons of people in it. I'm really looking forward to having just a whole bunch of people in the universe, make it feel really alive and active. I think that'll be good for everyone, to be honest. And it'd just be nice to have people around when you want to play and you want to go and do something, and there are people there. You're in the markets and things are busy. Oh, there we go. And I'm travelling at 0 speed now, so oh, where is let me get my bearings. So those are the mountains. That's that mountain. I think it's down. Whoa. That's a really low frame rate. Down there, I believe. Not there. Over there. Pretty sure. Go find out. Yeah, I suppose it's still recovering the session, but it's gone back up to 20. Can't complain at 20. You know, I've had much worse FPS in games, especially before I had a good graphics card. Back in the days of playing on your onboard graphics and just weeping at the frame rate. Right, yeah, that crater, I believe. It's not marked, so I believe they said at some point in the future you'll be able to put your own custom markers down as part of the whole data running, data selling, data capture experience. So we'll be able to, oh yeah, there it is. We'll be able to make our own custom markers for Jumptown, then we won't get lost trying to find it. Ooh. Just be careful, because again I might just crash. I don't know how you guys land, but I always like to be in third person. Although that being said, I have massively overshot this and now the ship is drifting. I don't know why it's done that. Okay, let's undrift the ship. I like unlocking the control and sort of watching what's going on, but apparently the game does not like it when I do that. So let's head down. Because, yeah, in theory I should be able to level off. Get straight. Unlock the cursor. Go into third person. Oh, the cursor is not unlocked. There we go. And just pop myself down. Nice and easy. That shouldn't be a difficult task. Should be able to pop the landing gear out as well, but it doesn't seem to want to do that either. Yeah, it's rotating again. That's an interesting one. I haven't come across that before. Right, well, let's put ourselves back in this. Head across over here. Come on, let's go and point at the... I don't want to be too far away, otherwise they won't deliver to the ship. That being said, I can't see them, so that means they're probably right underneath me. Whoop. What am I impacting? Now, this probably won't be a super smooth landing because it never is. Because this ship is so big, there's never a flat surface big enough that's not an official landing pad somewhere. Oh, and these rocks in the way. Nice and smooth. Oh, there we go. That was nice and easy enough. That was much easier than last time. Got a couple of feet not on the ground, but I think that's just because of the uneven nature of this ship. So, sorry, the ground. So let's go. Let's go and see how much widow we can get. Yeah, so I don't know how much you guys have seen the Caterpillar, but there's this like single pod unit, which is the entire sort of driver's section, crew quarters and all that. So down here you've got all your beds, you've got the kitchen, the bathroom, this nice industrial Drake shower, and a station for, I believe, the tractor beam, which doesn't work. And yeah, this like nice view out the front. It's really nice. And this door, which you can't use and doesn't go anywhere, and I don't know if there's plans to sort of build this or not, but it's there and you can't get out. So, and yeah, this attaches to the main body of the ship through this double airlock, and the idea is that in the future you'll be able to detach that module from this, so if you get into some trouble you will be able to sort of detach and run away, like escape to safety. And also, since it's a Drake ship, it is literally full of doors, like double doors. Now, we can't be sure who's out there. There are some bad people in the verse, so let's get some... Got the shotgun and the... Okay, that'll do. So if there are any particularly nasty people waiting for me inside, we'll make light work of them. Oh, a little bit hung up on everything. Hopefully I'll be able to get back in there. Right, let's go find out. Let's just go and buy a ton of Widow. Smuggling drugs in space. Now there's a thing you wouldn't have expected to be able to do 10 years ago, even if it is virtual space. Now I don't see any ships, so we should be okay. But you never know. Someone might have been blown up and ended up lost in the middle of Yella, in literally the middle of nowhere. I'm not saying they have, but it does happen. Alright, so let's see. Drake Caterpillar. We've got Widow and whatever that toxin stuff is, and I've got a gun that I can't see anything. Let's hold this so that I can actually use the console now. That's a fun little bug. Right, so we can spend all of our money, which seems really silly because we might get blown up. So let's go about there. Alright, yeah, 3.5. That's not bad at all. So it will... Right, let's go. Let's go and figure out where to sell it. If you guys have got any suggestions on where I should go and sell this stuff, that would be handy. I feel like last time I checked, Grim Hex was the best place to sell it, but that could be wrong now. You know, updates happen all the time. Things change. I wonder if the gravity is weak enough that I can jump in through this door. No, the answer is no. But let's go and see if I can get inside here. Yeah, I feel like Grim Hex was the best place last time. But with the dynamic nature of the universe, that could well be completely different now. Whoop, too far. Whoop. Oh, craziness. Okay, there we go. Happy days. I really do like this. I'd like a different set of colours on the ship, but I like the ship as a whole. I'll tell you what, we're going to go in through the front. Shubin? Yeah, that is true. Shubin is definitely closer. Are you not going to automatically open anymore? Are you... Okay, I guess. Let's go in this way. I wonder if the clipping zone is still here. Yep, this is still fun. You can just clip through here. So if any of you watched the latest ATV that was on Thursday this week, they talked about the clipping zones, graphic clipping zones, and how previously they all had to be square and boxy, and they've built a new tool that allows them to build them in all sorts of dynamic shapes. Well, what's happened here is on the edge of this flooring, they built a clipping zone, a clipping plane, sort of along, up the floor, up this wall, across the roof. And if you pass that clipping plane, it unloads the interior of the ship because it thinks you don't need it anymore. So if you go in here, then you just end up despawning all of the interior because the game thinks, oh, I don't need that anymore, I only need the outside, because you're outside of the ship. Now with their nice new fancy tool they've built, they can draw a diagonal line down the side here, and this issue will go away. But it's interesting that these are still here when the inside is supposed to be despawned. But yeah, so if you were curious about game development or any of that stuff, that's what they were talking about at ATV. So They've basically figured out how to fix that bug in the Caterpillar, and probably several other ships, to be honest. But yeah, so let's go and have a look for the Benson mining outpost, which is what Rick thinks is the best place to go. So I trust his judgment. Let's go and find out.
Hello and welcome aboard your Drake interplanetary cruise.
There we go.
Your systems are online.
And off we pop. Let's just get reasonably off the surface. Don't want to be too big of a target,
Shield system.
but at least I'm moving target. And then we're happy.
Landing gear up.
Right, let's have a quick look. I mean, technically you are correct, but if it could have zoomed in for me, that would have been great. Right, there's a way to see markers on this planet. There we go. There's Arc Core. These are really hard to read. There's Benson. Right, so it's over on the other side of the planet, I think. And it wants me to exit the atmosphere. Oh, well, of course I can't see it in that view. But yeah, it looks as though it's on the other side of the planet. So, yeah, 415. It'll probably be quicker to head out of atmosphere, head to an orbital marker, and then go back in. Because that is quite a distance. And we've got quite a lot of drugs that we don't want to get picked up. So in space you can smuggle drugs really easily. That's the message of this stream. Much easier than airports. Just do it in space. Just smuggle drugs in space. I wonder actually, with the implementation of legal gameplay as of, well, I say legal gameplay, the first iteration of legal gameplay mechanics with Lawville and being able to smuggle things through customs and taking things through Lawville's customs center, would it not be easier to use the atmospheric sort of vacuum pressure tech they've been talking about to fly over the city, open up the cargo bay and just drop the cargo? I mean, it's not very inconspicuous, but it is much easier. I mean, I know they're working on no-fly zones for probably exactly that reason, but they said there's still going to be like zones you can fly in on the over the cities. They'll just be controlled more than normal, so maybe it'll be doable. Maybe you can do a drive-by, but I suppose only time will tell. We'll find out with the next release. Can't find a star. There's a nice nebula over there, look at it. And this lovely planet surface. You can tell they've worked really hard on these. It really shows. But just these look fantastic. Even from a distance like this, it's incredible stuff. You know, it takes them a while to get anything done, but look at what comes out of it. And then you can see the LODs changing, so it gets lower and lower res as we move away. But that's fine. We expect that. It's games development. Yeah, so I wonder how much is going to be customizable and changeable in this ship. I wonder if we can swap out this tractor beam for a really big one. Put a mining beam on instead. I doubt it, to be honest, but you never know. I don't know what we're going to use the tractor beam for, other than maybe stealing other people's ships. Right, we're still far too far off the surface and we can't see the orbital markers yet. So we're just going to have to go with it. So, oh, we've gone green. Looks like we can do something. Make our ship really sad by turning too quick is one of the things we can do. You can really hear them creak sometimes. Okay, so... ah yes, there we go. Can we quantum there? I don't know how far we'll get, but we'll give it a try.
Quantum drive is now
Oh, everything went invisible. That is a new one, I have to say. I have no idea what's going on. Oh, I see. It took us up, pointed us away from the planet, and brought us back down facing towards the planet. Okay, I suppose. There probably should have a bit of a smoother animation for that, but oh well. Let's just retarget it on a map, even though it says it already is. Ugh. If I could get my orbital markers back, yeah, there we go. And away we go. Too close to quantum travel to it. That doesn't surprise me, given that it's literally 60 kilometers below me. Not that it'll tell me that. It'd be nice if it could bring back the marker size, because I like to know how far it is. Well, that's a bit odd. I mean, yeah, that is the Benson mining outpost. Okay, well, I've got bigger things to attend to. I'm gonna catch on fire if I'm not careful. Yeah, I tried tapping B. It just removes them and then adds them again, but it doesn't tell me how far away I am. But I mean, I can see the marker. I know where I'm going. I just can't see how far, which is a shame. It'd be nice to see, rather than just accidentally smashing into the planet, which I've done a couple of times. Especially since it's very... there we go. Especially since it's dark. That can be quite a big issue. Oh, someone wants to go to Grimhex. They are 20k away and we're full of drugs. We probably shouldn't do that right now. But if they still want transporting in a bit, maybe we'll go and grab something quick and take some people around. We'll go and be a space taxi. We can be the equivalent of space Uber. Oop. Or I can knock the mouse and end up going off in completely the wrong direction. This is one of the reasons I like to unlock the mouse so much, because then we don't just go off in a random direction. I also have no idea what this is and why it's attached to here. Misuse or careless use may cause serious injury. But what are you, random floating thing? That is the most important question. Where did you come from? Not sure what's going on with that. Oh well. On to the mining outpost. Let's go and see how much of our drugs we can sell. I'm not sure my parents would approve if they asked me what I did for a living and my answer was, I'm a space drug dealer. I'm not sure that's the easiest one to work into conversation. Can you imagine? Although we should slow down, because otherwise I'm going to go face first at full speed. So slow and steady wins the race on this one. No harm in too slow, other than the fact that it takes forever and is boring to watch. But let's see what we can do. Whoop. We can knock the mouse again. I'm really bad at this. If any of you guys... Whoop. Definitely going into the planet. Ooh, that was far too close for comfort, to be honest. Yeah, I'm not a very good pilot, to be honest. I've been worse, but... Yeah, I wonder if any of you guys have got HOTAS setups. I've considered picking one up because they look like good fun, especially for Star Citizen. But you guys would have to let me know Are they any good? Would you recommend? You got one in particular that you would recommend? I just want one that's,
Impact warning.
you know,
Landing
good.
gear down.
Ooh.
Deck impact warning. Front impact
Right,
warning.
now I need to look for a parking space. Does this place have parking space? I do not know. Am I unlocked? There we go. I'm very close, but no, there is no assigned landing base here. So let's go down gently. Actually looks like I'm being knocked by the wind. So, whoa. What is going on here? Whoop, rolled over. Alright, let's get a little bit off the surface because I don't know what is happening, but it's not what I want to be happening.
Starboard impact.
It's going nuts, jeez.
Rear impact warning. Deck impact warning.
Right, come on, I'm pressing the spacebar. You're supposed to go up now.
Landing complete.
Oh, I mean, I suppose, if you're already down. Let's see where we've ended up. Okay, I mean, that might be a little bit far away. I don't actually know. It looks like it might be close enough. No, we're going to give it a go. I think that might just be close enough. But the only way we'll know is if we go and test it and find out. Tell you what, let's take a different exit this time. Let's see how many different exits we can use. Also, my power generator is not here. They took it away. I don't know why. I also really don't like ladders on this game. Oh, that was a nicer animation. I don't know about you guys, but the ladders seem to be really clingy and they just grab onto you, and if you try and get away they end up also grabbing onto you. There's supposed to be a door here and there. Oh, the doors are here, they're just stuck open. Is this because I opened them earlier and... but now they work fine? Yep, okay, how odd. There's something weird going on with these doors. These doors are supposed to just work. But, oh well. Also, yeah, if, as part of the whole gameplay loop of this ship in particular, there are more beds down here. There's 2 more beds. And if you want to, during the sort of... when you're out on expeditions, you can bunk in here rather than in the other 2 in the external pod, or you could just bring 4 people. But there's another toilet and some little kitchen prep stuff if you wanted to use this ship. So, right, let's take out a weapon again, just in case. Well, I've got the weapon out, it's in my arms, but it's apparently just by my side. It's just here. Apparently I do not want to be carrying this weapon. So that's nice. Right, let's get rid of this. And head over to there. There we go. The nice flashing red light to tell us where we are. Oh, it looks like, according to the chat, the people who are... not sure. Might be able to sell it. Yeah, I mean, I'll give it a go. I know there's a few places you can sell it, so worst case is I can just go somewhere else and sell the rest. I also don't know what the profit margins are like, because if they're good, I could do a few more runs. Not tonight, but in the future. It's a good point. I don't know about you guys. There's like 6 of you watching in total, something like that. But it is 10:30 at night here, so if you're in the States, I imagine it's about 4:30 PM, depending on whereabouts you are, East Coast, West Coast, somewhere in between. But yeah, it's about 10:30 PM here. Oh, interestingly, I could point at the weapon then, and I have the options to drop, stow and carry. but not put it up and hold it. We will find the trade terminal. Is this one of those places where the trade terminal is somewhere completely different? 430. Ooh, good guess. Yeah, I've only been to, there it is. Only been to the States once. I went to Las Vegas for a trade show. It was good fun. Lovely country. Lots to do. That's the buy window. Unfortunately, it was 2 weeks before my 21st birthday, and in the States you cannot drink or gamble at that age, whereas in the UK you can do both. So that was a shame. Okay, that didn't work. Also, yeah, just from an observation point of view, whoever designed this screen, what are they doing? Oh, now it's retrieving but broken. So look, that's not the sell window. There we go. I hope the trade console improvements fix some of these things, but yeah, whoever designed this as like, oh, undefined, 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 so that's broken with a tick. Like, no, this failed, clearly. Right, let's try some smaller quantities. We'll do a few at a time. Right, so that one went through. We started with 6,500 UEC, AUEC. Let's see how much we can get back through selling. Keep going, keep going. Oh, break. This, yes, we're about 1,000 less than what I started with at the moment, so could be worse. Right, let's try this. That went through. How much we got left? 58. Let's try half of it. Oh, no, console's broken again. I'd prefer, if the console was going to break, if they could do like a broken screen with like fuzzy, or it like turns off or something. If they could do some kind of custom animation to just make it look broke, like keeping in lore. Oh, this is really broke. But yeah, who knows? Maybe they will, maybe they won't. Maybe they'll just fix them so they work. Right, it looks like that might be us done for Widow. It might not take any more of my Widow. In which case I can just go up to Grimhex. Go and do some beacons or something. Yeah, it's done, it's not taking any more. Let's go to Grimhex. And then if there are still people around, we will go and do some transport beacons or something. That sounds like fun. Go and steal some people away. I mean, we've made practically all of our money back, so that's fine. Oh, the ship was over there, wasn't it? Before I end up... Yeah, I've just tanked the market for Widow. Flooded the market with cheap drugs. I am the Space Pablo Escobar. Come on, off we go. I can't see the ship. We definitely came in through that gap. So it's definitely this way somewhere. Why can't we have like a homing beacon? Oh, we have a homing beacon. I was just ignoring it. That sounds... yeah. It doesn't help that it's black and has no lights on it. I need some kind of like beeper where I can press a button and the ship flashes, like a car. Or some kind of, I don't know, Bluetooth. Yeah, I mean, I do have a ship marker. I just wasn't paying attention to it. Oh, very dark. Come on, off we go. Oh, I suppose I'm going to black out. That's probably why. Around here, is it? That's the one. I'm pretty sure the lift is over this side. Yeah, there is. Yeah, that's true. I wonder if in the future you'll just be able to pay off the police to just ignore the fact you're selling drugs. That sounds like something Chris Roberts would be okay with. I mean, you say deploy, but it's already deployed. And now let's try going up again. Come on. There we go. Ooh. That wasn't so hard. Alright, let's fire up again. And off we go. We'll go to Grimhex, and then we'll take it from there. Back into the pilot seat we go. And that was an odd little animation that didn't quite match, but hey.
Hello and welcome aboard your Drake interplanetary craft. Your systems
Right, let's try and get off the planet without crashing this time.
warning.
And away we go. Right, so
Shield system online.
let's point her up at the sky and punch it. And we can figure out the rest in a second. And just fire at maximum speed, and then we can find Grimhex. Because it's on a belt over. It's probably on that belt behind us. It depends whether we are far enough out of atmosphere to actually get there. That's the magic question. So let's punch it and find out. Oh, the mobi-glass is over here now. That's one I've never experienced before, but okay. Come on, mobi-glass. There we go. Right, that is where we're going. So, by the looks of it, that says exit atmosphere, so it's probably correct. The other one, I have no idea, it's probably yellow. So we'll head out of atmosphere as quick as we can and do what we've got to do. Go escape atmosphere. In the meantime, just what are you guys most looking forward to? What are you gonna What's your favourite ship? That's a good question. Either past, present or future. What you're most looking forward to. Where do you think you'll spend most of your time in the verse? Or maybe you're not going to own a ship. Maybe you are going to be a space grifter, space hobo, working on other people's ships for creds. And that's how you're going to spend your days. I think I am personally going to spend most of my time. Oh, that's a good question actually. Probably on something Origin related. Quite a big fan of Origin's style. I like the 600i is very nice, especially the exploration one. But then, so is the 890 jump. But if I get my way, I might be spending most of my time captaining or chilling out on some big capital ship. Be it an as yet undisclosed Origin ship, or something equally large, something big and plenty of space to explore, something luxurious. Maybe something RSI or Crusader Industries. They both make very, very nice ships. Having seen some of the work on the what's the new one coming out? It's an RSI ship. Name escapes me. But yeah, having seen the work on some of the latest RSI stuff, I'd be very interested in picking up one of those. But alas, they are very expensive, all capital ships are. So, right, let's see how we're doing. So that's obstructed, and that is Grimhex. Okay, so let's grab some orbital markers. Ugh. Right. Oh, we stopped moving? Right, that's spooling the quantum drive. probably have to retarget yellow to get the orbital markers back. Yeah, there they are. Right, so let's see what we've got. There's an orbital marker over here. That puts us closer. How many? Yeah, that's probably okay. Let's go there. We will get to Grimhex. Call this one Road to Grimhex. Oh, nope. Let's try again. Spooling up. Are we ready? Yeah, there we go. Nice. While we're doing this quantum, guys, don't forget you can like, subscribe, follow me on Twitch, do all that kind of stuff if you're interested in Star Citizen content. I post regular YouTube videos updating what's going on in the verse, like what development's like. So if that sounds interesting to you guys, feel free to check out the channel. For those of you on Twitch, it's CitizenCitadel on YouTube. For those of you on YouTube, you're already on the channel, so click around. Easy stuff. And for me, I'm going to find Grimhex again. There we go, we're line of sight now. That should be nice and easy. Try not to crash this into a ton of asteroids on the way there. I have that fun issue where sometimes on the way to Grimhex, I do have a Discord. I don't have the URL on hand because I don't share it. So it's I've created one and the plan is to, you know, build a community there, but I just haven't finished it. I'm not quite happy with how it works at the moment, so there will be a Discord sooner rather than later, I hope. I love the Grimhex intro. The guy who shouts out Grimhex at the end sounds like Junkrat from Overwatch. And that makes me happy. Right, so try and figure out which side to go in. I feel like from this angle it's over here. I feel like it's up this way a bit. Oh. Well, that was a client crash. Again. Along with a pair of crashes on the browser. So, interesting. Well, that was the weirdest one I've ever experienced. What on earth was that? Well, it's coming back anyway. Yeah, so not only did the game crash, we also crashed both browser tabs that have the chats open. So, yeah, I haven't had that one before. Will it recover? Let's hope so. Yeah, that worked better that time. That actually worked properly. That's how it's supposed to recover the session. So, well done, CIG. Works good. I don't know whether it's because I was so close to Grimhex, maybe it will put me in Grimhex, or maybe I'll be back outside and end up spawning in an asteroid again. I guess we'll find out in the next few seconds. Ooh, that was a bit of a skip in the audio there. Sounded like it was going to crash again, but I think we're safe. Touch wood. Desk's made of wood, that'll do. And we will load into the game once again at 0.7 FPS. And a frame time of far too much. But, ooh, come on. So if anyone's curious, I don't think I've got my stream specs on Twitch. No, I don't think so. So I've got a i5 6600K, 16 gigs of DDR4, and a GTX 1080. So it's not a terrible machine, but it's not the best either. It's definitely not the most powerful for Star Citizen playing. But if I could afford a Core i9, then I'd probably spend the money on more spaceships, to be honest. So Can't really say much. Alright, so we're back outside Grimhex. That was a better than nowhere place to put it.
Your systems are online.
Yeah, I bought an RSI, not an RSI Apollo, a Crusader Mercury, which probably wasn't the best decision, but it did look really nice. So yeah, picked one up just to see. It looks really good. I'm actually really looking forward to it. But who knows, it may end up evolving into a hammerhead. It's evolved into many things. It was an Origin 100i at the start, and over the however many months it's been since the 100i launched, I think... Ooh, did I get the 100i January? February? It was quite early. It was after 3.0. Might have been a 3.1 promo. Ooh, actually... Yeah, it might have been more like April. And I've upgraded it many times since. And now it's it's a Mercury. It was a Vulture before, Drake Vulture, because I like Drake ships. But yeah, I've got to admit, Crusader Industries, they do a good job. They make nice looking things. So, oh, that's a bit fast. I will eventually find Grimhex. Am I even looking in the right place? This is Grimhex, right? Yeah, there's something. Right, I'll tell you what, I'll call them. And then we'll know for sure, because they will drop me a landing pad. Dump, bump, 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 bump. It's the comlink. Here we go. Oh, that's a very good point. This ship is far too big for Grimhex. I can't land in there. I'll tell you what, we'll just pop back to Olisar for now. We can sort that out later on. And of course it is obstructed, so... Oh, that's a good point. Is it obstructed? No, it's not. I'm just behind a bunch of rocks. So let's get out of the way of a ton of asteroids. And then we should be fine. Whoop, that was a bit close. Some of these are a little bit close for comfort. Now, it will let me spool the drive, but I'm pretty sure it won't let me go through, because it could cause some pretty significant damage if you just blasted through a bunch of asteroids. Right, don't give me your warnings. Now it still says obstructed, but I can't see the obstruction. I'm right in thinking that's a clear line of sight between me and it. Maybe there are just more asteroids than I can see. I'll never know. Okay, maybe the solution is to go somewhere else first. Maybe I should go to the Comaray first. Nope, that is also obstructed. This asteroid belt is brutal, eh? Daymar. Are you going to be my saviour? Yep, there we go, we can go there. Right. Quantum's 3. So I've used 20% of my fuel on this little endeavour. That's an interesting...
Quantum drive is now on.
So I've used 20% and I've done quite a lot of distance, to be honest. So actually heading towards the new locations, Hurston, so on, and ArcCorp. This might be able to do it in maybe 1 stop, maybe 2 stops. I know Chris mentioned that we're definitely going to have to stop on the way. There's no way you'll be able to go straight from one planetary system to the other without stopping, because, you know, these ships, they're good, but they're not that good. Although that's being said, maybe some ships will be. We're not quite sure yet. Sure, I'll get figured out along the way. You'd hope that some ships were able to jump planets. Not star systems, but planets. Although I suppose, again, with planets, it's all about going through jump points. And I don't know if you need fuel to go through a jump point, or if a jump point just sucks you through it. things to ask in the future, I suppose. And let's go. Yeah, this doesn't... I don't know if this actually works, this radar. Okay, Port Olisar. Landing this will be fun for the second time. Don't think I can sell drugs to the UEE. I could try. Don't think they'll take it, to be honest. Don't know if they'll even let me onto the space station, although can't say I've ever had that problem. But in future I can imagine going through the customs checkpoints. They wouldn't let me in somewhere like this. They'd be like, no, you can't come in. You've got drugs. But hey, time will tell. We'll all get to engage in our nice emergent gameplay and find out. I can't tell how far away I am. Oh, that was a weird... Look at that, how weird is that graphical effect? Oh, I don't like that. I don't know what's doing that. Some graphic setting somewhere is set incorrectly. But yeah, that is definitely not great. Might have to have a look at that one for the next stream, figure out why. That being said, not entirely sure when the next stream is going to be. This isn't a thing that I do regularly. I do post Star Citizen content fairly regularly, every week, with some content. That was certainly something. Right, so let's go and pop down here. Nice and gently. Right, we should fit on here. That's fairly smooth. Down we go. Gently does it. Slow the speed down. Go forward a little because I don't want to be walking forever to get back inside. And down we go, nice and smooth. Oh, big fan of this Drake ship, look at it. Gorgeous. Oh, wonderful ship. Look at that, nice and smooth. Right, off we go, and out we go. Onwards and upwards and outwards and backwards and something else. Right, let's go. Whoop, that is not the correct room. Down here, out here, through here. I'll tell you what, in the spirit of going out through a different door each time, let's go out the front door. Hopefully all these doors will open for me this time, even if a bit slowly apparently. They're really slow at figuring out you're coming. Come on, there we go, right. There's the switch. I wonder if this will decompress as well, or if it'll stay decompressed. I wonder if that's a window, or if it's just a gap. Because this could be decompressed with that just being a gap, but... Let's close this back up. I believe the button is... I don't know where the button is. I'd be really sad if someone steals this. Well, I thought there was a button. Maybe there isn't. Let's just go inside. I'm going to trust people not to steal it. That might be a terrible idea, but can always claim it, I suppose. Worst case. Back inside we go. Back to Olisar. It's come a really long way, to be honest. Ooh, there's no... It says D-strut on the back. It doesn't have landing pads marked. Yeah, the game's kind of... Olisar has come a really long way, even if it's becoming a bit of a sprawling mess recently. I I'm kind of looking forward to when they open up everything. So at the moment, you know, you see the size of the space station, but you can't go into the central corridor and walk between struts or do anything like that. All you can do is go into the landing pads. Oh, that might be a client crash again. Yeah, all you can do is wander through the landing pads, and you have to EVA between struts, so hopefully they'll fix that. But yeah, so yeah, that was definitely a client crash. Well, I'll tell you what, with that final client crash, we're going to call that a day for the stream. Thank you guys for all checking in, and it was great to see you, great to chat with you, and I will see you all again at some point in the future. Feel free to check out the YouTube channel, subscribe on Twitch so you get notified when I next go stream. Drop me a message, leave a comment. This video will go back up on YouTube afterwards so you can watch it if you'd like. Other than that, great to meet you all, and I will see you again at some point in the future or around the channel.